Wagwan, what's great? Chef John Morris again, man, and today I'm about to present to you, as seen in the title, how to make coconut shrimp served up with some Scotch bonnet aioli. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, stick around. After the intro, we get right into it.
Me know about sardine, mackerel, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
So yes, this coconut shrimp that I'm about to present to you was brought to you by my younger brother. He said to me, yo, I'm tired of having just chicken. I want something new. So I said, okay, no worries. I'm going to make you some coconut shrimp with some Scotch bonnet aioli. You feel me I say? So give him a shout out, man. Make him know that I sent you over TY and Pinky. You know me I say? He does a lot of Jamaican vlogs, sit down, pranks and all of them stuff. So check him out. Let him know say Morris Time Cooking send you. He made this video possible for you to see today. So this recipe is quite quick and easy. We're going to keep it so basic, but you can season up the shrimp to your liking. The first thing we're going to do to our shrimp is we have these already washed and deveined. We wash our shrimp with a little bit of vinegar and water, and then we devein them. Do not use too much vinegar though, because that will start the cooking process. And as you know, shrimp, if you've never dealt with shrimp before, shrimp cooks easily. So your cooking process with your shrimp can start from a simple squeeze of a lemon. So be careful how much you wash your shrimp in those things, right? So I went ahead and I left the shell on my shrimp just at the very tail. The rest of it, it's nice and clean. It's already deveined, right? What we want to do, just to make this look different from the regular, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna butterfly our shrimp. So if you look right here, it's already sliced in the back. We're just going to go a little bit deeper with that, and we're just going to butterfly that. Ensure not to go all the way through, but we just want it to open up to a degree. So follow me now. Nicely butterfly. See? And we'll just use your fingers and flatten that out. And this is what you're looking for, my people. So we'll just keep this on here for garnish and just that presentation, right? And then, of course, we have that nicely butterflied, right? The disadvantage with it being butterflied, you know that it cooks way quicker than when it's whole, because it's thinner, right? But that's what we have, nice and flat. Okay, so we got everything nicely butterflied, so now we're gonna season our shrimp. And this is pretty simple. Just gonna use a bit of salt, and I'm using 10 jumbo shrimp right now. You can use up to a pound of shrimp for this recipe. I'm gonna go in with about 1 teaspoon of salt, nice little amount, and ½ teaspoon of fresh crushed black pepper. Black pepper, wow. Fresh crushed black pepper. ½ teaspoon of onion powder, ½ teaspoon of garlic powder, ½ teaspoon of paprika, just for a little bit of color. You know where I come from? Drizzle a bit of olive oil over. Boom. So just go in with the hand. We use the olive oil so that we can get the season on there nicely. And if you have regular vegetable oil, you can go ahead and use that too. This is what we look like. Nicely seasoned right throughout. What you want to do now, you want to set this aside just to seep those flavors in and marinate a little bit while we work on our batter and breading. So now I'm going to do the batter, right? And I'm going to go in with 1 egg. And we're just going to whisk that egg real quick. Going to season that now with a little bit of salt, about ½ teaspoon. Because remember, the shrimp is already flavored, we don't want to over season it. And a pinch of black pepper, about ¼ teaspoon. I'm going to go in now with ½ teaspoon of dry Cajun. It's going to bring out some flavor in that. See? Whisk that in. Going to pour some water in, about ¼ cup. And then now, I'm going to add to that my flour. So use about ½ cup of flour just to get a nice little batter consistency. Alright, that's mixed in good enough. I'm gonna go in now and use my whisk to get this nice silky. Add a bit more flour in there. Beautiful. So this is the consistency that you want. Nice, a little bit runny, a little bit thick, right? So right here now, I have about half cup of flour. You don't need a lot of flour for this, right? I'm just gonna season that again. So everything is getting seasoned, but lightly. So we're gonna put a little bit of salt, less than 1/4 teaspoon, right? A little bit of black pepper, same 1/4 teaspoon, and just 1/2 teaspoon more of that Cajun spice. I'm just gonna mix that in. The next thing we have now is our dry coconut flakes, and I'm using the unsweetened coconut flakes, and there's a perfect reason for that. One, we do not want to make sweet shrimp. You know where I come from? And two, when you have the sweetened coconut flakes, they will burn quickly in that oil. We don't want it to look dark. So you use the unsweetened flakes, because you know once sugar hits the oil, caramelize and burn real fast, right? So unsweetened for the two main reasons. One, you want that beautiful golden crust, and two, you don't want it to be sweet. So we have about 2 cups of our coconut flakes, nicely shredded. And for this one, I'm not gonna flavor the coconut flakes because I have flavor coming right throughout, right? And then we're gonna serve that up with the sauce anyways. So right now our shrimp is marinating. Next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna set my oil on to heat up to about 320 degrees Fahrenheit. And while that is heating up, I'm gonna work on this Scotch Bonnet Aioli. So follow me. Alright, so to kickstart this Scotch Bonnet Aioli, I'm gonna go into 2 red Scotch Bonnet pepper, which has already been washed. Now, if you do not like the heat, all you can do, you just cut that open. For the people who can't stand the heat, you just pour that seed out from one, because the seed has all the heat in it. And 3 fresh basil leaves in. I'm gonna go in with a tablespoon of honey, right? And that just mild down a bit of that heat. Beauty. And for a little bit of acidity, I'm gonna go in with 1 teaspoon of the tomato ketchup and 1.5 cup of mayonnaise. You know the thing set. Spoon that in. Trust me, when you taste this in the eye. So you know the thing, go for less heat, remove more of the seeds. But I like my aioli spicy and nice. Just gonna cover that, and then we're gonna just blend that out until smooth. And of course, no aioli cannot be completed without some fresh garlic. You know what I say? So we're gonna go in with a 1/2 teaspoon, just like that. Just scrape down the sides and mix that in, just so we get all that mayonnaise incorporated. Look how beautiful that looks. Our aioli is done. Next thing we want to do, we're going to assemble these shrimp. We're going to bread them up and get them ready for frying. Oil is going, shrimp is right here. So you want to set up your assembly line like this. You have your flour, your butter, and then your coconut flakes, and then finally a container that you're going to put them in after you get them all breaded. So now, shrimp nicely seasoned. We grab that right by the tail side right there. Open that up. We're just going to drop that right into the flour, dip it. Get some of that flour, and we're going to coat that nicely. Ensure that that is fully covered in the flour. Tap the excess off. And I'm going to put it now in my bowl for the time being. Just like that. Just to get everything done real quick. Alright, so here I have everything nicely coated with that flour. Now, I'm gonna go in now, the butter. I'll just hold them by the shell, dip them in, flip it around, dip it in, flip it around, and then I'm just gonna drain the excess off. So you see how nice and convenient these little shells are. Push that to the side, get your coconut flakes now, I'm just gonna go in. Ensure that you go in with that butterfly side down like this. Press it down just to get it opened and everything on there. Sprinkle a bit over on top, and then you're gonna squeeze it. So you just press that in. Beautiful. Just gonna lift that up by the tail, shake that off, check around to see if there's any bare spot, and we have a little bit there. Sprinkle some more flakes on here, press that in, flip it over, press that in. Then you're just gonna shake the excess off, and there you have the most beautiful coconut shrimp. Just gonna put that down like that, and we're gonna repeat. We have everything nicely breaded, right? The oil is heating up. What you want to do, get yourself a tray and set that to the side, because as soon as these drop in, about 3 to 5 minutes and they're good to go. As I said, it's shrimp. Shrimp cooks real quick, right? So I'm going to turn this on now and heat it up again just to get that up to 350. So these shrimp are quite big, so I'm not going to go in with all 10 of them. I'm going to go in with 5 at a time. Reason being, you don't want to overcrowd that and get them soggy, and then all the coconut flakes just shed from them. We put 5 at a time just so we have enough room, and then they will nice and crisp up. As soon as those crisp up, we're going to remove them. As I said, 3 to 5 minutes and they're good to go, or until golden brown. So we're going to hold these right by the tail, and we're going to go clockwise in, because that's how we're going to take them out, right? Just going to drop them in like this. Boom. Nice. Bring up my heat a little bit. Drop them in beautifully. So you don't want to move this around now, you know, because you do not want to get that coconut flakes off. And it seems as if I can fit all 5. Beautiful. So we're going to go in with all 5. And what you want to do as well, as soon as you drop them in, you bring up that heat a little bit, because it's going to reduce the temperature as soon as you put more stuff in there. And as you can see, they're frying away nicely. Do not move this at all. And that's the beauty about having that 1 quart of oil. And make sure that you have a pot that's slender versus a wide pot, because it's going to be as if you're doing shallow frying with a wider pot. So the slender the pot, the higher the oil level, and it will cover everything, so you don't have to flip them really. Woo-wee! I think that I'm talking, you know? That's when I make my eyes, I say, woo-wee! And that's something that I feel nice, you know?
Relax.
Oka, hey. All right, they're crisping up nicely. Now I can move them around. Been in there for a minute. You smell that coconut essence. Essay? Yeah. All right. Beautiful color on them, believe you me. You're gonna start out at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Soon as you drop them in, that's gonna bring down your temperature. What you do? Uplift the temperature to about 275, or if you're using a regular stove, just turn it up a bit from medium high to high. As soon as you feel like it has a good rhythm with the oil, then you can put that back down to 350, so it cooks properly and you don't get a burn outside. Now we're gonna remove those. Look at that, beautiful golden color. Take them out, they're gonna still be cooking, and you put them on a rack, because one, you're gonna drop the heat down now. Boom. See that? Put them on a wire rack, just so they drain off properly. Don't put these on any paper towel, you know what I say? I'm gonna go in with that beautiful sauce right here. Just gonna bring that like this all the way down. There you have it. How to make the very best coconut shrimp. Serve up with that beautiful, are you listening to me? Beautiful Scotch Bonnet Aioli. So once again, thank you to my little brother Tyrone for suggesting these, right? He was the one who said, yo, make some coconut shrimp. So go on his page, tell him thank you for me. You know what I say? And follow him, subscribe to him thing, TY and Pinky. And on there you see vlogs and a lot more. You see me? So Tyrone, big up yourself. The recipe I dedicated for you. See it there? And we have a little extra right here for everybody, anybody out there who wants a plate. What are you waiting for? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. We have a ton of Jamaican dishes, ton of international dishes. So don't forget, subscribe so we can get the gold play button. You know the thing go. Once again, my people, thank you very much for logging in. Thank you very much for the support. Leave below what you'd like to see next. Oh, I think we're gonna be doing a curry shrimp next because that's Alyssa's request. We're gonna get it done for now. So leave in a comment what you like to see. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Safe travel upon the gravel. Go and big up on yourself.